Looks like a great day to lift. It's just beautiful outside. Just beautiful. Alright guys, so here I am. I'm about to leave, pick up my 2 workout partners for the day. And so I had a few things I wanted to address. I had my first 2 videos received pretty well. I've got 10 subscribers so far. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'm really happy that you guys are taking your time to subscribe to me and follow my journey. And also I'd like to say that today's Monday. It's very rainy. It's really bad day, but you always have to have a great outlook and always have to have a positive outlook when you're going to go train. And you just got to be consistent in almost everything you do, because working out is a grind, and if it was easy, everybody would do it.
Alright, so today was a chest day and tricep day for me, and I also threw in some shoulders, which was kind of a bad idea considering I didn't get much sleep last night, and I feel like my food intake wasn't too great either. I worked late hours last night and I wasn't able to get the optimal rest, which really impacted my performance today, which you'll later see in this video. Right here you see my one of my workout buddies, Alex. He is same age as me. He's a hockey player. He's just trying to get a little bit stronger, and I'm going to train him to get to that point where he can just be one of the best on the ice. Here I'm hitting a set of 165, as you saw us putting the plates on earlier. I'm going for 4 to 5 reps, but unfortunately, with all the fatigue and focus lost, I feel like I definitely just wasn't there for this workout. I felt like I could have had better form and better focus if I just prepped myself a little bit, but this morning was quite a bit hectic with my sleep fatigue, so I think I should try to fix that for the next workout. So here Alex begins his set, and I noticed a little problem with his form. Just like me, he favors one side over the other. Although here you can see with the slow motion, he favors his right side quite a bit more than his left. And right here, I try to be a great spotter and try to help him get that weight up slowly, but I knew he could get it, he could break that point, so I let him do it himself. Here I finish off my final set, but I will try on later in this video to knock out more reps with my buddy Matt, who is Alex's brother. But the problem I saw here was I couldn't get enough reps, but I was reviewing the clips and I noticed my form was a little bit jacked up. So right here I was working on form, trying to keep it straight. Of course, looks like I'm favoring my left a little bit, but overall I felt like this was a lot better than my first 2 sets, and I did pretty good. Directly after the bench press, I went to go destroy some triceps with the tricep push down using the rope attachment. And right here I was focusing on form and trying to get that squeeze in the triceps. As you can see, I was really focused during this and I felt really good, unlike on the bench. But as I was going through these workouts, I felt more progressively focused into what I wanted to do and which muscles I wanted to activate. This final set was pretty interesting. I changed up the angle, and this set was hell. I felt like it was a huge grinder. The entire time as I was pushing down, I was thinking, man, am I going to get through this entire set? So at one point I just went and I grabbed the weight and I changed it to a lower weight. I knocked out a rep and then I felt like, oh my god, I don't know if I can get all 8 of these. So I kept going, kept pushing. Then I kept dropping and dropping. So basically I did a drop set here and I finished all 8 reps. Here we have Alex's brother Matt knocking out some hang clean with shoulder press. He does something that I didn't do yesterday, which is a press over the head with a little bit of a head push forward, and that is just to activate your rear delt a little bit more, because the rear delt is what brings your body together, your shoulders back. It's just a really important muscle that you just need to work out a lot. Matt then decided to do some standing lunges. He did these in place instead of walking around, but you can walk around with these. These are a great exercise to incorporate on your leg days, and they just work the entire leg very well. Then I went on to overhead press to kill those triceps, because I am looking to build up my triceps. Guys, let me know if you know any exercises I can incorporate just to maximize that mass for those triceps, because I'm trying to even out my bicep to tricep ratio. I would really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. As I had talked about before, here I moved on to dumbbell press to fight off any imbalances, because as I watched the clips over, I noticed that I was kind of leaning towards one side versus the other. And this is a great exercise because you get a nice pec squeeze and a pec stretch, which is important to maximize that muscle growth. After knocking out a few sets of the press, I decided to come over here and knock out some one-handed dumbbell press. Kind of like the exercise I did earlier, but this really targets both arms. And when I switch over here, the problem that I had was I already did this side, but I just didn't get it on tape. So if it kind of looks like I'm weak on one side, it's not. I just knocked it out before and it just didn't record correctly. Finally, my brother recommended I hit some tricep kickbacks, so I did so. And it's a great exercise because you don't need a lot of weight. But the problem I noticed here was, once again, I'm adding a little bit too much sway and I'm just not locked in. Here Matt tries to knock out 185, and unfortunately I got my finger in the shot, but he knocks it out nice and clean. I wanted to use the next 2 clips to talk about failure, because as you can see, during these next 2 sets, I failed quite a bit. First off, I made a mistake by putting way too much weight on the bar than I was comfortable with. Standing up, you have to activate more of your abs, which I wasn't doing. I just really wasn't worried about form for some reason. And as you can see, I dropped 5 pounds, but still I wasn't able to get the weight up how I wanted. So the best way to combat failure is to leave your ego at the door and go in there and make sure you warm up so you know where you're at. And if you're not feeling great, don't risk yourself getting hurt. Just do the lightweight. Right here, I came back to knock out some more tricep extensions or kickbacks, and basically this time I was really working on keeping that form and looking for that squeeze. I'm not afraid to admit I failed. Right here is a prime example of failure, because right here I let my ego do the lift. The entire time I was doing these exercises, I've always wanted this angle, and I finally got it set up correctly to the point that I could just face my face towards the camera. And I really had a restricted motion right here. I used my elbow against my body, and I definitely got the squeeze in these reps because, man, I was sore after this. But as I switched, I said, oh my god, I don't know if I can do this. But I knocked it out, and I felt really good. right here, Matt does a variation of what I did earlier. This is a press but with one dumbbell, because that really lets you think about the muscle you're working and activate it the optimal way you could. He switches sides after knocking out a few reps and gets it nice and adjusted. And this exercise is wonderful to try out. It's really nice and refreshing if you just do regular dumbbell bench press with just both arms. So because Matt and Alex decided to finish off with pull-ups, I decided to tell them a great tip, which I will share with you guys as well. And I told them to jump up to the top of the movement and slowly lower themselves down. And Matt tried to attempt it right here, but he failed because he was just burnt out. But you really have to just jump off there and just slowly let yourself down. And that's called a negative. Here we go. Alex pulls himself up and he holds it, slowly lets himself down, and that was just the optimal way to do it. This helps you build up your stability muscles. Matt tries once more and he gets it, and you just gotta slowly lower yourself down, and this will build up your pull-up fast, I guarantee it. Our second to last movement was skull crushers, and this is just to maximize that tricep size. And finally, my last exercise and my most favorite was the pec deck. I just love getting that squeeze. And the idea you want when you do this is to just squeeze that chest together. It may look like I'm not doing much weight, but trust me, these are hard. And to finish out the video, here are a few clips of my brother and his fiance knocking out their clips of the day.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Hold on.
Trust me, when you guys start doing this exercise, you will thank me, because this exercise broadens your shoulders on the side so you see a little bit of a curve, and it's just overall a great exercise. It works your medial head, and if you use it perfect form like my brother's using here, you will get maximum gains. Today was brutal for me, but we all have off days, and you just gotta stay positive. So, see you guys later. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Stay fresh, and please subscribe to keep up with my progress. Thank you, and goodbye.